It's volatile out there. Conditions can change in an instant. You've got to stay in control, spot the opportunity, then make your move. It's all about execution. Search Alpari Race and get on board. Alpari, your global Forex broker.
Forex is high risk and not suitable for all investors. Losses may exceed deposits.
Welcome to Malaysia, where the Monsoon Cup Grand Final presentation has just happened behind me. The stage is now getting decluttered. It's been a magnificent day of racing. Taylor Canfield of the US Virgin Islands has been crowned winner here at the Monsoon Cup, the final stage of the Alpari World Match Racing Tour 2012. And we are going to relive that grand final. It went all the way to 5 matches. Let's start with the first race, and it was the pre-start and the finish that threw up multiple penalties. We'll join them at the finish of this race.
So Canfield, he's in the lead, but he does have that penalty.
So Canfield's going to be trying to get into the slow bike race, and Robertson's just going to be trying to avoid.
Driving and almost ready to drop here, okay?
So Robertson looking to just sail past clear and clean, whereas Taylor Canfield is looking to try and hook Phil Robertson up and force him through a luff. But he's running out of room. Taylor Canfield's turning up towards the line, and I think he's inevitably going to open up the gap to Robertson. He didn't quite have the experience to manage that situation, and Robertson, I think, is going to be able to slide down the inside of Canfield here.
Well, Canfield, Robertson here doesn't have any room on the inside there, so Robertson's got to be very careful where he puts his nose.
Does it matter that Taylor Canfield has come up and is now head to win, so is a tacking boat?
No, well,
if you tack within 2 lengths.
If he is tacking, if they have called him tacking, then all bets are off. But if he's still on starboard tack, then Canfield, when he turns away, he's got to sail his proper course. So he can't go in there and chop Robertson's legs off, but Robertson really takes a risk if he does pop his nose in there.
Canfield is definitely attacking boat now, so for me, Robertson has got room. Now, could this be an absolute masterclass? Canfield is coming through the wind. Can he get his bow down inside the stern? No, he can't. There's the contact.
No. Oh, it's looking like Canfield hasn't completed his penalty, and he's also a windward boat.
So that is a bad day for Taylor Canfield. So, that was almost master, but ultimately there's another penalty, and Taylor Canfield.
But here,
you can't back it hard enough. Don't go in there! Don't go in there!
Taylor Canfield saying he can't go in, but Taylor Canfield has tacked within 2 lengths.
Has tacked within 2 lengths, and he was the outside boat, so I think he's got to give Robertson room.
That is definitely true. Now, whether the umpires are onto it, we'll see. Let's see what the flags do.
That's a red flag. We want overlap. A double. That's a double.
Ooh.
Oh, and here comes a blue
and it's
a
red. Can you believe it?
Come on! Come on!
I mean, I feel a little bit like an armchair sailor here. There we go. It's a yellow. It's a yellow-red penalty. It's just a wash of penalties out here. I have never seen a finish like this in all my years of match racing. As Phil Robertson loops through the wind, there are still a lot of penalties outstanding. I think Robertson's going for another. Taylor Canfield's completing his. There's now only 2 flags up, and I think if Robertson can turn down and go through the wind, he will win this match. The penalties are now off, and they're heading back towards the line. It is going to be neck and neck between the two. But it is Taylor Canfield ultimately that wins that match. I have never seen a match like that. And what an opening to this Monsoon Cup final.
Well, you can see see Taylor Canfield is behind me, lifting that trophy in the air and taking photos from the world's press. Well, to get to this stage, he had to go to a deciding 5th race with Phil Robertson after he managed to claw it back to 2-all. Let's go into that deciding race and see how it all unfolded.
Here we go. Phil Robertson slowly falling down onto port. This is balls of steel. He's turning his bow down inside the line of Canfield.
Come on, trim. I'm avoiding all the time.
Now what is
Still avoiding.
1 and up.
Phil Robertson just avoiding the stern of Canfield, and now I think we're going to see
Come on, put it up. Put your helm down. Put your helm
the
right
sheep
down.
become the wolf as these boats lock horns in the pre-start. Phil Robertson was trapped on that left-hand side. He slid down the inside.
Winding up. Trimming hard on.
And now
Hard on here.
it is Robertson that has the control as Taylor Canfield forced to tack away.
Back in right away.
Tacking. And cut jib. Ease main.
What's the time?
Ease main.
Robertson bow down now, looking to try and
Big
cement
back,
that position
back,
to the
back,
right-hand
big
side.
back,
Only
big
1
back.
minute 40 to go. These are the moments that are going to define the Monsoon Cup as Taylor Canfield turns his bow down, just sneaking down inside the stern of Robertson.
Right back in.
2, 1, and up.
And now it's Canfield with the control. These guys trading control in the final seconds of this pre-start. It's all Taylor Canfield right now. He has that leeward position. He now has control of Phil Robertson. He's going to sail across here, push Robertson out to the right-hand side and then circle back down and round. Phil Robertson, if he tacks, Canfield will dive up inside him.
Yeah, tacking.
Looks like that's what Robertson's going to try and do. Here comes Taylor Canfield. He'll be able to hold Robertson out here, provided he executes well. There's the tack from Canfield. He needs to stop
Going over.
Phil Robertson rolling here.
Trim.
Now, has he managed it? I don't think he has. Is Robertson going to be able to sneak round and take that right-hand side?
Is it big boat bias? Is it big boat bias? Coming down here.
Oh, Robertson just getting away with that. He shouldn't
Keep the main up. Keep the
really
main
have
up.
been
Keep the
able
main
to
up.
pull
Keep the
that
main up.
off.
Do you have a time for a circle?
Spinning
Yeah?
up in 3, 2, 1.
28
Spinning
seconds.
Up now.
Driving.
This is
Main
it.
on, main on. Right down. Are you happy to
This is
split
the
right
Monsoon
here?
Cup now. Taylor
3,
Canfield has
2, 1,
to
wait
loop
up.
around
Only
here in
one.
this final 19 seconds. He doesn't need to rush. He needs to focus on this turn, get it in.
Yeah.
He will win the right-hand side. Phil Robertson will be starting on the left. Here comes Canfield. Now Robertson tacking back. How this is unexpected. Canfield has his bow down.
Come on!
Yeah,
Come on! Come
Main
on!
on, main
That's
on.
the start gun
Protest!
sounds. Robertson
Protest!
ducking his stern.
Protest! Trim.
Right tack here. 3.
Come on! That's all blue there.
Holding now. Come on, it has to be.
Now are we going to see an umpire call?
2.
There's the green
1,
flag.
And up. Big hike. Go, boys.
So the umpire's deciding no mistake. Canfield doing a nice job of making it so Robertson wouldn't lay the boat. That's why we saw him dial there, and we saw Robertson then responding and having to
winding up
tack
now.
out the boat end. And now it is Taylor
Right now,
Canfield leading off
Go
to this
to hand,
left-hand
yeah,
side. And this
Yeah,
is
baby.
Taylor Canfield. His bow is pointing at the
Yeah,
finish
right.
line. Nothing can stop him from here. You can hear them starting to celebrate. They punch the air. This is a dream come true.
Oh!
It is Taylor Canfield
Yeah!
claiming the Monsoon Cup.
Yeah!
Slip of the tongue, but it makes no difference. It will be Canfield's name on the trophy as he sails through the line to claim the biggest win of his career, the biggest prize pool sweep by an order of magnitude.
Okay, everyone's got to go ashore here, boys.
Well, as you saw, Taylor Canfield is the winner of the Monsoon Cup. And here are the results for you in full from this regatta. That result, of course, helping him in his hunt for a tour card next year. After a valiant battle in the final, Phil Robertson came into second place against the event winner. Ian Williams and Peter Gilmore, both four-time world champions, are in third and fourth place respectively at this event. Gilmore just shy of a podium finish for his last ever Monsoon Cup after announcing his retirement earlier this week. Well, I'm delighted to say let's reveal the trophy. Taylor Canfield is next to me now. Taylor, congratulations. You have made it wins in Bermuda and here in Malaysia, and you're not even a tour card holder. How does that feel?
Oh, it's unbelievable, and you know, it's been a great year. My team has been great, and I can't thank them enough. And that's Dan Morris, Hayden Goodrick, Mike Ray, and Rod Dawson joining us for this event. So we're just ecstatic. You know, you don't really expect to be a non-tour card holder and go and win 2 events, but I think we put forth the effort, and it paid off. So.
I guess our next question is, are we going to see you on the Alpari World Match Racing Tour 2013?
Yeah, like I said in Bermuda, you know, it's been a goal of mine for a long time. So we're hoping for a 2013 tour card, and hopefully my guys will join me.
There was a really good prize purse at this event as well. What are you going to be spending the prize money on?
Oh, well, you know, I'll probably start off by paying a few of my loans, and then you know, maybe buy my family and my girlfriend a few gifts for Christmas. It'll definitely be a nice little bonus for myself and all my boys. So.
Thank you for a thrilling end to this World Series. I just wanted to mention that first race and the penalties you managed to offset against Phil Robertson as you crossed that finish line. Do you think that was an instrumental moment for you in this final?
Yeah, definitely. You know, I think we ended up clearing 4 penalties in that race, but you know, we knew we had to step up when we're leading into the finish of the penalty, and we were able to put the brakes on and really catch Phil off guard. So that was a big win for us. Taking the first one in the finals is always a big win, so we're happy about it.
Thank you, Taylor. Congratulations. I know that's a heavy trophy, so I'll let your arms rest for a second. And of course, it wasn't just the Monsoon Cup that was in play here in Malaysia. It was also the overall Alpari World Match Racing Tour title. And that was decided yesterday in the quarterfinals after Bjorn Hansen selected Ian Williams in his quarterfinal draw pick. It meant that when Ian Williams crossed the finish line in first place in that quarterfinal, that Bjorn Hansen was finishing second on the overall tour. Ian Williams was becoming a 4th-time world champion. I managed to speak to him on the boat afterwards, and this is what he had to say. By sending Bjorn Hansen home with that victory, it means that Ian Williams, you've made it back-to-back victories on this world tour. You are a champion for the 4th time. How does that feel?
Oh, it's indescribable. I mean, to match this guy, Peter Gilmore, who's retiring this week, is you know, it's an incredible feeling. He's a legend in the sport, and you know, to match that is just incredible.
In terms of the conditions out there, I mean, you alluded to it when we were out on the water. It's been tough to read, but overall, how have you found it today?
Oh, just it's difficult. If anything, more difficult. It's that really feels like the hardest one of the 4. I have to say, it's just so hard to get any rhythm out there. The breeze is just all over the place, and you can't read it. You can't read it in a long enough term, and you know, Bjorn just kept coming back at us. I thought, you know, he was ahead at so many times around that bottom mark, but we, you know, stuck to our guns, built a fantastic job of just being patient, sticking to, you know, what he knew, and it came good in the end.
It was a brave decision by him to pick you. Had you been in his position, would you have done the same?
Oh, look, I thought it was a brave decision for sure. I think it was, I mean, on reflection, maybe not the right decision, but at the time, the stats would certainly say he had a better record against us than he did at getting through the quarters against other people. So I understand why he picked us, but you know, it's a big call at this regatta. We are very strong at this regatta. We normally come through, and we have done again. So great job by the whole of GAC Pindar. I'd like to mention the guys, Jerry Mitchell,
yes.
Mal Parker and Matt Cassidy, and as Bill Hardesty before I said.
And of course, throughout the year, you've had some ups and downs. Match Race France and Chicago, you won both of those events. You had to actually replace Bill at one of them. I mean, your overall thoughts on the tour? I know we've still got the Monsoon Cup to conclude, but from the tour angle, how's it all felt?
Well, this is our 6th semi-final out of 7 regattas, and really we've been very consistent. All those semi-finals we finished in the top 3. We'd obviously like to go on and win the Monsoon Cup and make it 3 for the year, same as last year, so that's the goal now.
You will remember being here at the Monsoon Cup on finals day last year, and it was very different conditions. We can see the sun shining here. How are you going to prepare now for tomorrow?
Oh, well, you know, we'll enjoy the moment for sure. You know, as we said, 4 World Championships is a big deal for me, and the other guys have got, some of them have got 3, some of them have got 2, I think. So yeah, we'll enjoy the moment, and but then, you know, as I say, we'll try and get an early night and get ready for tomorrow. It's a big day tomorrow.
Big day tomorrow. The focus will be now on lifting the Monsoon Cup as well and winning again here like you did last year. But for now, congratulations on equalling Peter Gilmore's record. Ian Williams and GAC Pindar, the 4th-time world champions on the Alpari World Match Racing Tour 2012. We saw overall Alpari World Match Racing Tour champion there, Ian Williams, speaking to me yesterday after that title was decided after he beat Bjorn Hansen in the quarter-finals of the Monsoon Cup. But of course you would want to know what happened on the overall tour leaderboard in its entirety. Well, let's take a look at those results for you. Ian Williams then managing to defend his world title, equaling Peter Gilmore's 4-time World Championship record. In second place overall was Bjorn Hansen for Sweden, his best ever finish on the tour. A good year as well for Phil Robertson as he claims third position on the Alpari World Match Racing Tour, and Australia's Keith Swinton scoops fourth place. Peter Gilmore's final Alpari World Match Racing Tour sees him finish in fifth place overall, and of course Peter Gilmore was the subject of another big news headline at this regatta. Earlier on this week he announced his retirement, a 4-time world champion, and he certainly has sown the seeds for the next generation of skippers coming through in match racing. This is what he had to say after he announced his retirement. Naturally, this event is the setting for breaking news. However, the event was only into its qualifying stages when the first big headline hit the press office. Record 4-time ISAF match racing world champion and multiple America's Cup campaigner Peter Gilmore announced his retirement. He'd be leaving the Alpari World Match Racing Tour for good and hanging up his gloves on the professional match racing circuit. It was, of course, a tough decision.
Well, the main reasons why I've decided to retire is obviously I'm not getting any younger. Next month I'll be 53, and you know, it just seemed to be a good time to step aside from the Alpari World Match Racing Tour at this stage and not to go for a tour card for the 2013 season. I think it certainly is an age factor that influences the fact that you don't win as many events as we used to, but also I think it's a sign of the times where the younger sailors are starting a lot younger than we did. I mean, I didn't start match racing until I was 27, 28 years old, and now they're starting 18, 19, you know, and talented by winning world championships by 23, 24, I think was Adam Minoprio. And so from that point of view, the game has certainly changed quite dramatically, and you know, I've been hanging on by my fingernails for the last little while, and you know, it really just seemed an appropriate time to sort of step aside from that now. I think on the World Match Racing Tour, the big memories, there's a few of them. The fun of just starting and beginning, I still remember it like yesterday. I mean, it really meant a lot. I'll still be around, you know, you won't be able to get rid of me that easy, but yeah, look, I'll be around, but I think I'll take a break for, you know, at least for 6 months or so, just to, you know, might go off and do a little bit of farming in the interim time. I've got a few cattle that need me to chase after them.
We heard from Peter Gilmore after his announcement of retiring here at the Monsoon Cup. We'll get on to the Monsoon Cup itself and the winner, and of course as well we'll also get on to the overall tour leaderboard. But first of all, a word on Peter Gilmore and what he's given the world of match racing. Simon Shaw. I mean, it's hard to sort of sum it up on a line, really. It's 4 world titles, 6 America's Cup teams, one of them, you know, actually winning the America's Cup itself. Decades ultimately being the best match racing sailor in the world, absolutely dominated the sport, and what a fantastic contribution and an honour really for him to go out here where at the Monsoon Cup, where he essentially established this event really with the help of Patrick Lim to really be the pinnacle of this new modern Alpari World Match Racing Tour. So incredible, and we'll be sad to see him go. I'm sure he's still going to be there in the wings pulling the strings. We'll see what happens. Next we will mention the Monsoon Cup itself and Taylor Camfield winning here in Malaysia. He's made that back-to-back wins on this tour after Bermuda, a non-tour card holder, a pretty big achievement. I mean, to be fair, he's beginning to almost dominate what you might describe the modern era of match racing. He's sailing so well, his execution is first class. In his team of Bill Hardesty, you know, Matt Cassidy, Mal Parker, Jerry Mitchell, they have a formidable team front to back. This is the second year they've dominated, and you know, an incredible job, and I'm sure they're going to go on for many, many more wins into the future. And we will finish by talking about the overall tour leader. We're having some confetti thrown at us here, which is brilliant. You can do that again. Let's talk about Ian Williams and GAC Pindar. Exactly, you actually sailed with Ian and a former double world champion with him. He's now made it 4 times. Were you chuffed for him? You must have been.
I mean, yeah, no, I was really chuffed. It's nice, you know, as a friend, it was great to see Ian Williams, you know, doing so well.
I love this.
And, but I mean, really, I think that the moment for me this regatta has been seeing, you know, the kids, Taylor Canfield and Phil Robertson, you know, doing so well and ultimately coming on, and hopefully next year we'll see an incredible result from them.
We feel like we've won the Monsoon Cup here now because, of course, as you can see, the celebrations go on behind us. There will be more to come in 2013 with another Alpari World Match Racing Tour. I never thought I'd get the confetti treatment. Maybe again next year. Thank you very much for watching the Alpari World Match Racing Tour 2012. It's been a pleasure. Congratulations to Ian Williams and GAC Pindar on winning the overall tour title. And here in Malaysia, we'll congratulate once again Taylor Canfield on his historic win too. Bye for now. We're going to get these. Who was doing this? Who was doing